Welcome to video lecture series on optical communication. I am Kanakadurga from St. Peter's Engineering College, working as an associate professor in EC department. I am going to discuss on multiplexing concept. So what's the multiplexing and why we have to go for multiplexing and how many types of multiplexings are there? We are going to see in this. When I want to send more number of information or more number of users has to be accommodated in the same channel, at that time we require the multiplexing concept. Mainly the multiplexing can be to one or one to many or many to one can be possible for using of the same channel. And the types of, when comes to the types of multiplexing, there are mainly three types. One is the time division multiplexing, frequency division multiplexing, and wave division multiplexing. So multiplexing is a technique that allows simultaneously transmission of multiple signals in the same channel with the link will be called as a multiplexing. Multiplexing can be done or a device with respect to a device will be called as a mux that combine n input lines together to a one output line. That type of concepts we are going to call it as many to one of the concept. So such a way that it going to be convert many input signals to one output signal, and at the receiving section it going to receive one signal and it going to be converted to demux. It going to be demux, nothing but one signal is going to be taken and it will be converted to many signal. Whatever the input we have given, it going to separate those input signal at the receiving section. That device we are going to call it as a demuxing. So normally the multiplexing mux are going to be used at the transmitting side and demux are going to be used at receiving side. So in this case of the scenario, nothing but there will be having a only one channel, and here going to be there are going to be 10 users are there at a time. These people want to use the channel, then I have to go for a multiplexing concept. What it does, a multiplexing does, a device of mux is going to be consider all 10 input signals and converts to a only one signal, and it will be sent through this channel. At the receiving section there will be having a demux and it going to receive only one signal and it going to give the 10 output signals. So observe in the figure there are n number of n input lines has been there. That mux is going to be taken out and this is a channel, and it are going to send with respect to a one link, and the whatever the same n input number of signals has been converted to one signal that will be transmitted through the channel. And when comes to the receiving session, it receives only one signal and it going to be convert n number of output signals. So mux mainly converts from many function to one function, and demux is going to be convert from one function to many. So what's the advantages why we have using that multiplexing is that more than one signal can be sent over the channel of the medium with a link without any loss of the signal, and effective use of bandwidth is going to be better for the medium consideration with respect to the channel. So observe in the case multiplexing and no multiplexing of the case, if I have one-to-one connection, only this computer is going to be connected to this computer of the thing, and only one-to-one interaction has been there. This type we are going to call it as a no multiplexing concepts. There we requires 4 number of connections. When we go for multiplexing concepts, all these systems has been connected with a shorter distance with respect to the mux device, and whatever the information is there, they can use a single channel or a single wired connection, and whatever the information, only one path is going to be exist in order to communicate, and it going to be given over in this case, and you going to be use the demux at the receiving section, and we can use simple in this by using no multiplexing concepts. We requires four channels of the case. When we are using the multiplexing concepts, we requires only one channel. So the types of multiplexing are with respect to analog and the digital comes into picture. Analog multiplexings are mainly with the frequency division multiplexing, wavelength division multiplexing, and when it comes to the digital, there are going to be like a time division multiplexing with respect to synchronous time division multiplexing is there, and asynchronous time division multiplexing is there. So what's the frequency division multiplexing? Different signals having with different frequencies has to be sent through the same channel. That type of multiplexing concepts we are going to be called as a frequency division multiplexing. So in this case, the frequencies has been different, so that collision of the signals cannot be occurred and can be say transmitted or propagated through a single channel. Bandwidth of the link should be a greater than the combination of the bandwidth of the various signals of the channels. That is a major important. Like I have the information signal of f1, f2 and f3 has been there. When I am going to add these frequencies, I am going to get 1000 kilohertz. At that time, the channel bandwidth should be greater than this, like either 1200 kilohertz or 1500 kilohertz. Otherwise, we cannot able to send this information of the signals through that channel. Each signal is having the different frequencies, and we should not have the same frequency range, since these signals are separated or distinguished by their frequency range only. If they have the same frequency, we cannot able to send or combine the signal for the channel. If I am going to send, even though they are going to be combined in the channel, and interference are going to be nothing but simple distortion of the signal are going to be occurred. Channels are separated by the strips of unused bandwidth or called as a guard bands in order to prevent the overlapping. Suppose this is the frequency range, it is accumulating from one signal is accumulating from 0 to 100. I am going to use some frequency range like 120 up to 120. No signal will be used, that act like as a guard band, the separation between the next will be used for 120 to 180 of the frequency. Okay, nothing but we can able to distinguish the frequency ranges. That type of the frequencies are we are going to call it as a guard band. This is used for in order to prevent the overlapping of the signals. So this is an FDM, the FDM of the case. We have the multiplexing as usual and demultiplexers, and the channels are going to be present, and we are going to send the information signals with respect to different frequencies. So applications of FDM is used for FM and AM broadcasting. AM frequencies are going to be used between the range of 530 to 1700 kilohertz. FM frequencies are 88 to 108 megahertz, and FDM is used for television broadcasting, and first generation of cellular telephone are used for FDM cases. So observe in this, have the signals of FDM of the case or time. F1 having a signal of frequency, and F2 having a signal of frequency, and third signal having a frequency of F3. I want to send these signals in the same channel. then we have to go for multiplexing concept. So I have combined all these three signals by using adder and has been sent at the same channel. So observe in the receiving session when the transmission has been done, how we are doing that. F1 has been occupied by the signal 1 and F2 is occupied in this case of the position, and after that F3 has been occupied in this case. When comes to the sending of the bandwidth of all the three signals ranges from F1 to F3, that has been shown over in this figure. The signals are going to be occupy the range of the frequencies is from F1 to F3, and in between we are going to use the God bands also in order to overlapping of the two signals. So the range of the frequencies are going to be more than that, and we have to choose the channel bandwidth should be more than this bandwidth. At the demultiplexing side, the signal is going to be received across the receiving section. Since any noise are going to be present in the signal, we have to use the filters in order to remove the noise. Once the signals has been filtering section has been done, and the separation of the signals are going to be done with respect to their frequencies, and since in the filtering section itself we are going to consider what the frequency range has been sended. Depending upon that, we are going to design the filter such a way that, suppose I have sended with 100 kilohertz, the first filter passes only 100 kilohertz, and I have sent a second signal with the frequency of 200, it has to pass only 200. Now, depending upon the frequencies, by the filtering we are going to separate the signals. So the signals has been separated and the noise has been reduced by using the filtering concepts, and any distortions are going to be there, we will be removed by the demultiplexing concepts. We are going to receive the signals and will be given at the for the receiving for understanding purpose. So how, with respect to the frequency of the phenomena overline, how it will do that, the filtering has been done, what as the frequencies has been got, and we will use a demodulation technique, so that we are going to receive the signals, has been received the signal with respect to the various of frequencies. According to that, the demodulation will be done and will be given for the mobile phone. Next case is wavelength division multiplexing. Wavelength division multiplexing is majorly used for optical communication purpose. We are going to communicate with respect to light sources of energy. So the wavelength division multiplexing is one of the best multiplexing for optical communication purpose, and it will work like as a FDM multiplexing concept. And wavelength division multiplexing mainly used in the optical communication, nothing but the wavelength will be different for light energies, for lambda. Okay, lambda value is going to be different for different of light signals. Wavelengths are different, that's why for light type of multiplexing concepts we preferably go for wavelength division multiplexing. And various light waves from different sources are going to be combined. In this, we have the different light source with respect to lambda 1 and lambda 2 and lambda 3. So what does that, the multiplexers will combine all these wavelengths, the mux is going to be combined, and it's going to generate a single wavelength, and it will be transmitted through the channel. At the receiving section, the demultiplexer is going to be receive a single, and it's going to separate like lambda 1, lambda 2 and lambda 3s. At the receiving side, the composition of the light signal, we have to see that any noises are there, or the error corrections and detections we have to go for receiving purpose. So how the wave division multiplexing concepts work is, we have the multiplexer having the different wavelengths of the input signal, lambda 1, lambda 2 and lambda 3. This has been combined by using a multiplexer. Once it has been combined, it can be sent through a single channel of optical fiber cable, and at the receiver session it going to receive the signal, so that the demultiplexer are going to be separate of their wavelengths of lambda 1, lambda 2 and lambda 3. Thank you.